Understanding manipulation, blame, disrespect, and emotional health. Welcome to Information for Life, insights and ideas to navigate your world, where we delve into the complexities of life and provide valuable information to help you navigate through this journey we call life. Today's episode is about understanding manipulation, focusing on the saying, manipulation is when they blame you for your reaction to their disrespect. We'll discuss how manipulation occurs, why people manipulate others, and ways to protect yourself from exploitation. Let's dive in. To start, let's clarify what manipulation is. According to Dr. George K. Simon, a clinical psychologist and author of the book, In Sheep's Clothing, Understanding and Dealing with Manipulative People, manipulation is a way of influencing someone's thoughts, emotions, or behavior for the manipulator's benefit. It often involves deception and control. Now let's break down the saying, manipulation is when they blame you for your reaction to their disrespect. This phrase highlights a specific manipulation technique called blame shifting, where the manipulator avoids taking responsibility for their actions by making the victim feel like they are the problem. In this scenario, the manipulator disrespects the victim, and when the victim reacts to the disrespect, the manipulator accuses them of overreacting, being too sensitive, or not understanding the situation. Blame shifting is harmful because it undermines the victim's trust in their perceptions and emotions. According to Dr. Darlene Lancer, a licensed marriage and family therapist, this manipulation tactic can lead to self-doubt, anxiety, and even depression in the victim. Manipulative people often use blame shifting and other techniques to maintain control in relationships or situations. Dr. Preston Nee, a professor and author, explains that manipulators often have hidden agendas and may use tactics such as guilt tripping, playing the victim, and gaslighting to achieve their goals. So, why do people manipulate others? Several reasons include a desire for power and control, a lack of empathy, and a need to maintain a particular self-image. Dr. Susan Krauss-Whitborn, a professor of psychology, suggests that manipulative behavior can result from narcissistic personality traits or an attempt to compensate for low self-esteem. Now that we understand the dynamics of manipulation, how can we protect ourselves from being manipulated? First, recognize the red flags. According to Dr. Durvasula, a licensed clinical psychologist, signs of manipulation include inconsistent behavior, excessive flattery, and attempts to control your decisions or emotions. Next, set boundaries. Establish clear limits on what you will and won't tolerate in your relationships. Dr. Lancer emphasizes the importance of asserting your needs and not allowing others to take advantage of your kindness. Finally, seek support if you find yourself in a manipulative relationship or situation. Contact friends, family, or a mental health professional for help. A robust support system can provide valuable perspective and help you maintain your emotional well-being. Remember that manipulation can be damaging and harmful, but recognizing the tactics used by manipulative individuals and taking steps to protect ourselves can help us maintain healthier relationships and emotional well-being. Remember, manipulation is when they blame you for your reaction to their disrespect. We can avoid falling into the manipulator's trap by understanding this dynamic and empowering ourselves with knowledge and support. Before we wrap up today's episode, let's explore some real-life examples of manipulation and how to handle them. For instance, a manipulative partner might frequently criticize your actions, and when you express hurt or frustration, they might say, "You're just too sensitive," or "You're always making a big deal out of nothing." In this case, the partner is shifting blame onto you for reacting to their disrespectful behavior. If you find yourself in this situation, asserting yourself and addressing the manipulative behavior directly is essential. You might say, "I feel hurt when you criticize me, and it's not fair to blame me for being upset. I'd like us to discuss this and find a better communication method." Another example might be a coworker who takes credit for your work and then accuses you of not being a team player when you confront them. In this case, the coworker avoids responsibility for their actions by shifting the focus onto your reaction. To address this situation, you could calmly explain the issue and provide evidence of your contribution. You might say, "I noticed that you took credit for the project I worked on. I have documentation of my contributions, and I believe it's important to give credit where it's due. Can we discuss how to ensure that everyone's efforts are recognized in the future?" In both examples, the key is to remain calm, assertive, and focused on the issue at hand. Addressing manipulation directly and setting boundaries can help create a more respectful and healthier environment. As a bonus, let's discuss some additional strategies to help you resist manipulation and maintain healthy relationships. These strategies can be beneficial when dealing with individuals who are persistently manipulative or those who don't respond to your initial efforts to set boundaries. One strategy is to practice assertiveness. Assertiveness is expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs confidently and respectfully. Being assertive means communicating your concerns without falling into the manipulator's trap. To develop assertiveness, consider seeking resources like self-help books, online courses, or therapy to help build this skill. Another strategy is to educate yourself on manipulation tactics. Familiarize yourself with standard manipulation techniques, such as gaslighting, love bombing, and triangulation. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a manipulative tactic used by narcissists to make their victims doubt their own perceptions, memories, and sanity. By consistently denying or distorting the truth, the narcissist instills confusion and self-doubt, making the victim more dependent on them for validation and support. Love bombing. Love bombing is an overwhelming display of affection, admiration, and attention by a narcissist in the initial stages of a relationship. It is designed to make the victim feel special and valued, creating a strong emotional bond. This manipulative strategy often precedes future controlling behavior, making it easier for the narcissist to exploit the victim's vulnerabilities. Triangulation. Triangulation is a manipulation technique employed by narcissists where they introduce a third party into the relationship dynamic. This third party can be in the form of a real person, a threat, or even an imaginary rival. By creating a sense of competition or jealousy, the narcissist gains control over their victim's emotions, reinforcing their dependence and reducing the likelihood of the victim challenging or leaving the narcissist. This knowledge will help you recognize when someone is trying to manipulate you and enable you to respond effectively. It's also essential to trust your instincts. Don't dismiss your feelings if something feels off in a situation or relationship. Trusting your gut can help you avoid manipulation and make healthier choices for yourself. Of course, we must always be aware if our gut feeling is due to hypervigilance from past trauma. Lastly, develop and maintain a strong sense of self. When you clearly understand your values, strengths, and weaknesses, it becomes more difficult for manipulators to exploit you. Spend time reflecting on your goals and beliefs, and work to build your self-esteem and self-confidence. By incorporating these strategies into your life, you'll be better equipped to resist manipulation and build healthier, more respectful relationships. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more you understand about manipulation, the better prepared you'll be to protect yourself and those around you. Thank you again for joining us on Information for Life, Insights and Ideas to Navigate Your World. We hope you found today's episode enlightening and empowering, and we hope you gained valuable insights into understanding manipulation and how to protect yourself from its harmful effects. Be sure to subscribe to our podcast and share it with your friends and family so they too can benefit from the valuable information we provide. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we'll continue to explore the complexities of life and provide you with the tools to navigate your world. Until next time, take care and stay informed. That's it for today's episode of Information for Life, Insights and Ideas to Navigate Your World. We hope you gained valuable insights into understanding manipulation and how to protect yourself from its harmful effects. Join us next time for another informative and engaging discussion. Until then, take care and remember that knowledge is power.